Hey friends, and welcome back to another yoga flow with me, Julie. I will be your yoga instructor for the day. And today's flow is going to be a deep, stretchy flow. This is going to be great if you are just waking up in the morning and you want a little bit of an easeful practice to start your day, or if you're winding down for the evening, this is great for that time as well. So coming into a seated meditation, feel free to pause me and grab any props you need, pillows, blankets, blocks, bolsters, to make yourself as comfortable as possible here. Coming to connect with the breath, the inhales and the exhales of air through your nostrils. Setting an intention for your practice today. An intention that you can take on and off your mat. Mine today is I believe in myself. Repeating your intention 3 times. Starting with some half neck rolls, inhale coming up to the left, exhale through center, and inhale coming up through right. Left ear to left shoulder, down through center, and right ear to right shoulder. Taking these neck rolls in your own timing with your breath. And as we start to move down the body, warming up, we're going to take 5 shoulder rolls going backwards and 5 shoulder rolls coming forwards. And we're going to inhale, arms rise up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Coming into a sweeping heart opener. So inhale, bring that right arm up and overhead, coming up onto the knees, pulling those hips forward and coming up to the left side as well. Sweeping between both sides with this in your own timing. We're going to do 6 to 8 of these. All meeting in a wide leg child's pose. Coming back to the breath. And as we focus on the breath and try to still the mind, it's so easy to let thoughts come in and get really attached to them. So I encourage you to just let these thoughts come in, and without attaching emotion or feeling that's going to translate to your physical body, it's going to make your heart rate rise, it's going to make you sweat. Just letting those thoughts come and pass right through you. Reconnecting the focus to the breath. Sliding that right arm through, opening up that left arm, and this is available for you today, taking the bind. So bringing that left arm to the inside of the right thigh. If not, keeping that left arm up in the air coming back through center, and then sweeping that left arm through, opening up that right arm to the ceiling, taking the bind if that's available. If not, keeping that right arm up in the air, opening that shoulder. Feeling the opening in the front of the left shoulder, coming up into extended puppy. So bringing those hips up, coming up onto the fingertips if this is available, and softening through the ribs. Sweeping the legs around. Window wiping those legs side to side, loosening up through the lower back. Squeezing those knees into chest, tight, tight, tight. And then releasing all down. Now we're just going to start to take some spinal rolls to loosen up through the spine. Take 3 or 4 of these, building up enough momentum to bring knees to ears, coming into plow pose. Bringing the hands to the lower back if this is better for you. And we're just going to have a play around here. So coming into plow and trying to roll all the way up to standing without touching hands to mat. Do this 3 or 4 times, coming all to meet in standing mountain pose. And inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, release all the way down to the mat, bringing shoulders hip width apart, coming into ragdoll. So grabbing opposite elbows, releasing everything down, letting yourself just hang. Releasing hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, come up to fingertips. And exhale, stepping back to a high plank, working through a flow. So inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, tucking under the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking any movements your body needs here. A pedal out, a shake or nod of the head. Meeting in stillness. As we inhale, rolling over the spine into high plank, lowering down, elbows into low ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, taking a flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect to the breath. Inhale as we roll the spine over to high plank, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. We're going to stay here and we're going to open up the neck a little bit. So looking over to the right side, feeling that gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. You can open up the feet a little bit if this is better. And bring the head through center and over to the left, feeling the opening in the right side of the neck. Back through center. Coming into a sphinx. Bringing that right arm around, bringing that right quad in, feeling this opening in the right side quad, this stretch through the front of that leg. And coming to grab the left leg with the left hand, feeling the opening in the front side of the left quad. Pushing up into a high plank and bringing that right leg through to a high lunge. Inhale, arms rise up and hold. Coming down to a low lunge. allowing yourself to push into this stretch, either bringing hands to knees or letting them hang by your sides, feeling that opening in the hips. Untucking that back foot, opening up that right arm to the sky, bring that left arm to the left knee. Now bring both arms to open up to the right side. Coming back, bringing hands to knees. Framing the foot, pushing back into a hamstring stretch. And in this stretch, guys, feeling that right leg push into your hip. Coming into pigeon, bringing right elbow to right knee. Inhale, create space, and exhale, releasing all the way down. As we inhale, create space, and exhale, release a little bit more, get a little bit further in this stretch. Coming up onto the fingertips, bring those fingertips back, allowing the neck to drop if this feels good. If not, keeping it straight. Pushing up into a high plank, bringing that right leg back, bringing that left leg in. Inhale, coming up to a high lunge. Inhale, arms rise up. Hold. And exhale, lowering all the way down to a low lunge, bringing hands to knees or hands hanging down by your side. Breathe in to this stretch. Allow yourself to release. Inhale, left arm rises, bring that right arm back onto the right leg. And inhale, opening both arms up straight to the left side. Bringing hands back to knee. Focusing on the breath here. Pushing back into a hamstring stretch. Lengthen through the spine here. Feeling that left leg being pushed back into the hips. And coming into a pigeon. So left knee comes to the left elbow. Inhale, create space. And exhale, forward fold, releasing everything down. As you inhale, create space in the body. And exhale, allow yourself to release a little bit more. Go a little bit deeper in this stretch. Pushing back up, bring those fingertips back, letting the neck drop back. And coming back, pushing up to a high plank, left knee in, and going through a flow. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job, guys. Taking any more movements you need in this down dog. Pedal out. Coming up into the ball of the feet and lowering back down. Or stillness. Taking a big bend in the knees here. And releasing back to down dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, step or jump forward, coming up to standing. Inhale, arms rise, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise up. And exhale all the way down to the mat, release, bringing feet shoulder width apart and coming into a yogi squat, letting those toes point out to the side, finding any soft movements you need here. So a yogi squat is great because we hold a lot of emotion. We hold a lot of our emotions in our hips. So doing this, opening those hips, feeling that release, is going to create a lot of freedom and space in the mind and release these emotions. We're going to create a little heat in the body now. As we inhale, stand up, and exhale, release back to yogi squat. Inhale, rise up, and exhale back to yogi squat. And inhale, rise up. Exhale back down. Reconnect to your squat, feeling this opening in the hips. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So stepping back with the left foot, opening up to the side. Inhale, arms rise up. And exhale, forward fold. Bring those hands all the way down to the mat. Bring that left arm to center, opening up that right arm. Bringing that right arm to center, opening up that left arm to the ceiling. With each inhale, create space. And with each exhale, feel yourself being able to go a little bit deeper in this stretch. Inhale. And exhale, bring that left arm back down to the mat. Walking those hands over to the left side. Feeling that opening in the right side body. And walking those hands back to center and over to the right side, feeling the opening in the left side body. And walking those hands back to center. Inhale. And exhale, arms come to airplane, rise all the way up, framing that right foot, stepping back into a high plank and lowering through a flow. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, tucking under the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step or jump up. And now we're just going to have a play around with crow. So bringing the knees to the triceps, right under the shoulders, almost under the armpit, and have a slight bend in your elbows and feel that weight coming in to your hands and bringing your feet up. If this isn't available for you today, don't go for the full crow. Just have a play around with feeling that pressure in your hands and just have fun with it, really. Just see what your body can do today. Playing around with this in your own timing. After crow, if this is available for you today, coming up into a headstand, bringing one foot up and then the other, just feeling what it feels like to have that pressure on your head and feeling that stability in the core, making sure to support the head with the hands. And I am not there with you, so go up against a wall. Just have a play around with bringing one foot up and then the other. If you've never done a headstand before, like I said, just really know what is available for your body today and what's comfortable for you. Just bring one foot up, bring the other. Come into child's pose. Don't do this at all. Just do what you need today, guys. Do what you need. And always be safe and know your own body. Know your own limits. Flip those feet around to the top of the mat. bringing those arms out in front and slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Window wiping those knees side to side, releasing any tension built up in the body. Hugging your knees in, bringing knees to forehead, chin to chest. Right foot to left knee, pulling that left knee in. And slowly letting yourself fall to the left side, looking to the right. Arms come out to cactus. Coming back through center, opposite knee, so left foot comes to right knee, pulling in that right knee with your hands underneath your right leg. And letting yourself fall to the right, opening hands up to cactus, looking to the left for a deeper stretch, feeling that opening in the left side body. Coming back to center, releasing feet down on the mat, squeezing everything in. Again, knees to chest. And releasing those feet flat on the mat. Coming to touch your ankles with your feet and rising up into bridge. Pulling those glutes up to the ceiling. Wiggling those shoulders down to create a little bit more space. Coming up onto the toes. Bringing left leg up, releasing, bringing right leg up, releasing, pulling those glutes in a little bit more, and slowly releasing all the way down to the mat. Window wipe those legs side to side. Coming to a full bridge if this is available. If not, just come up to another half bridge. And lowering all the way down, window wiping those knees side to side. Hugging those knees in, chin to chest. And having some spinal rolls to come all the way up to seated as we finish. With legs crossed in a seated position. Thank you guys so much for flowing with me today. Feel free to sit here as long as what is good for you today. Remember, the best part, in my opinion, about a yoga practice is really flowing through each and every posture, whether it's a power flow or a deep stretchy flow. And then coming to bring it all together at the end in a meditation, whether this is laying down flat in Shavasana, or this is a seated meditation with hands to your third eye, or hands at heart center, or hands in a mudra. Coming to know what's right for you, connecting back to that intention you set in the beginning of your practice today, and recognizing yourself for showing up for yourself on your mat today and how that translates to every aspect of your life. Lots of love, guys. Make sure to subscribe and like this video as there are many more coming, and comment below on flows you want to see for the future. Namaste, my loves.